Hello. Welcome to the first of 3, possibly 4 Triptych video sessions. We'll be playing some songs today, some old songs, some new songs, some cover songs. The idea behind this whole thing, I started writing a sort of follow-up album to Asphalt Ghosts a ways back, I think it was last spring. And the idea was I'd write, 10 or 12 songs, record them, put another album up on the website. And what happened was I sort of fell into this hole in a good way, fell down this rabbit hole and just really was cranking songs out for a while. I think I ended up with something like 35 new songs, in addition to some old songs I wanted to sort of re-record. And so what was going to be one album became 3 albums pretty quickly. And it's hopefully going to be out. I have no idea. Hopefully by next summer, this coming summer. It's a lot of work putting 3 albums together in your spare time when you work in higher education and you work 60 hours a week and that sort of thing. But it's really fun work. It's just very slow work. The recording process at least. So I've been working on that. I recorded about half the album at this point, or half the albums, 1.5 of the 3, I guess. And I wanted to take a break, and I thought I'd do something kind of neat for the website while I was taking a break from recording for a little while. Revisit some of the new songs in sort of a live format and play some stuff. And so I'm going to put a couple video sessions together. This is the first one. I'd originally planned on there being 4 because there's a lot of songs to cover. But we'll see how that shakes out. I guess it would be more symbolically appropriate for the album titled Triptych if I had 3 videos and not 4 videos, but we'll see. So far this has been really fun. It's been like more fun than recording, and so I sort of feel like I might end up doing 3 more, but we'll see. Just sort of focus on the first one for now. All right, so the first song I'm going to play for you guys is not an old song, but not a completely new song. This is a song from Asphalt Ghosts, the most recent album, which you can stream, download, etc. on the website if you're interested. It's a song called California, and it sort of forms a duology of stories with this other song I'll play later called Not California. So we'll start with this one. California. Terracotta soldier, I was waiting for the sun, and I'd been in the dark for so long, looking for a war to fight, an enemy to kill. I'd been looking at this thing oh so wrong. Since I was a kid I'd heard your work is what you are, that people trade their time for their worth. The less you care, the more you win. In this rat race we're running in, we've all been on the clock since our birth. The thing that mattered most was what the other people thought of you, that you did what they told you to. Their judgment was the way you knew that these screens, they take a toll on you. Oh my God. Well, show me to the door, 'cause I don't want this anymore, and I'm putting down the weight. I'll find a way to find the California in my mind and let this fall away. One night I fell asleep and dreamed the road could rescue me, and I'd fade into the asphalt like a ghost. Driving to the sunset, man, and I'd melt into the beams. I'd coalesce again on the coast. So I left behind the things I loved, the places where I grew, and all the people who had taught me how to be. As I hit the road, I sprouted dark wings and I flew. I learned just what it means to be free. I traveled high, I traveled low, on foot, by bike, by car, by plane, till late one night near Coeur d'Alene. Deep down existential pain, I wondered laying in the rain if I'd ever see my home again, oh my God. Well, get me off the road, 'cause I've been so alone, and I need another way. I'll find a way to find California in my mind, a place where I can stay. Rolling, rolling, I keep rolling, 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 I keep rolling, rolling. Once upon a time I thought I'd found the girl for me, and we'd orbit round each other for all time. Time and time and time again I tried my best to be the line completing someone else's rhyme. I thought I knew what love was, like a rock knows how to fly, and like a stone I never spent time crying. I realize now the truth is that you shouldn't have to try to sell yourself to someone who's not buying. But lovers always come to me a little bit too easily, as you'll no doubt begin to see if you listen to my discography. Consider my geography as a map of my catastrophes. If you love them, then you set them free, but escaping it always escaped me, oh my God. Well, kick me out your door, 'cause I don't love you anymore, and I want someone who cares. I'll find a way to find a California in my mind, a love that I can share. Rolling, I keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Thanks. This next song is a exceptionally old song. Well, it's not, because it's not a song, it's a series of songs, as you'll see in a moment. But it's an exceptionally old series of songs that I strung together a long time ago and have enjoyed playing that way since. So it's a bit long, but I hope you enjoy it, and we'll proceed to more shorter songs after that. But I do want to play this. This sequence is going to be on one of the 3 albums, even though it's older. I kind of went back and revisited it and touched it up, and it's the version that I have, I think, is actually done. It's what's gonna eventually be on one of the 3 albums, and I think it sounds really good. I'm really happy with it. It's hard to take a song that's 12, 13, 14 years old and do something new with it that you can feel good about, kind of putting it out there in a new way. And so, so I did that, and I was pretty happy with the way it came out. So there's a lot of overdubs and extra guitars and goofy sort of stuff on the album. Obviously, today you guys are going to get the sort of stripped down version, I guess, the way I used to play it. I played in Washington State, and we played live a lot. I would play it this way. So, not with this guitar though. This is a much nicer guitar than I used to carry around to bars with me. So this is a song called Better to Have Loved, as in better to have loved than to have not. I actually forget how the idiom goes right now. Better to have loved, and then there's Cassie's song after that. And right after Cassie's song, segues into Millie, which is one of my favorite songs to play. So if my arm lasts that long, we'll get to Millie. Okay, this is Better to Have Loved. I said before, this is my best attempt, and I'm not saying it's a good attempt, but it's my best attempt writing a country song. So take that as you will. Oh Lord, what have I done? Caught myself trying to love someone, and I'm begging of you, please, tell me there's a way to put my mind at ease. Oh, what have I done? Oh, have I done? Oh Lord, what have I done? Caught myself trying to hold someone I know better, yes I know, and I just can't seem to let her go. And oh, what have I done? Oh, 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 what have I done? Oh Lord, what have I done? Caught myself trying to lose someone. Thought I'd be happier on my own, but now I'm crying by the telephone. And oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Oh Lord, what have I done? Taught myself how to forget someone, and now the love we had is dead, and there's a hole in my heart instead. Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Millie and I fell in love when I was just a boy. Our whole world was our sandbox, and I was just her toy. I wrapped myself around her finger like a diamond ring, and we'd go dancing neath the stars at night, and I could hear her sing, and she'd sing, love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, said love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, said love, love. Soon as we both finished school, we headed to the west, 'cause TV shows and movies taught us that it was the best. And we thought our love was freedom, but we were chained and bound. You know, reality was close behind. She was gaining ground. Well, late one night the car broke down right outside South Bend. There was no way I could have known that this would be the end. And our blanket was the wild sky, the backseat was our bed. Our love, it sang a lullaby, and this is what it said. It said, love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, it said love, love, ya-ya-ya, love. When we woke up at sunrise, I thought something small had changed. Little did I know my whole wide world had just been rearranged. When we rolled out of Indiana, I thought everything was fine, but even then, Millie must have known way back in her mind. 'Cause by the time I got to California, hell, I was on my own. She'd run away one night and left me sleeping all alone. And I found a note stuck in my pocket later on that day. I guess she'd hitched her ride back home, and there was nothing left to say except love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, I said love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, said love, ya-ya-ya, love. It's been a year since Millie left, and I guess I've been doing fine. It's hard some days, but then they say that all will heal with time. But on cloudy days, I still see her eyes and faces that I meet, and her voice laughs just like the raindrops when they're splashing in the street. She laughs like love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, said love, ya-da-da-da-da, yeah, said love, ya-ya-ya, love. Well, suddenly I turned around and she was standing there with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She came up to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. That's fun. That's a good time. I'm recording into a laptop over here, and every once in a while the screen goes into sleep mode, and I get paranoid that it's not recording anymore. But it is. It's still recording. Get to take this infernal contraption off of my head for a few minutes. Chill out just slightly. I'm going to play a finger-picked song next. So I'm going to scoot this up just a little so that y'all can hear the guitar okay. So I really enjoy the one of my favorite things about playing that Millie suite, the last 3 songs that I just played that kind of run together there. Although the guitar had a little trouble with this note going from here to here earlier. I didn't expect that, but no, one of my favorite parts is playing in Better to Have Loved, the line, "Thought I'd be happier on my own, now I'm crying by the telephone." Tells you how old that song is, because when I wrote it, when you broke up with a girl or when she broke up with you hung up the telephone and you cried by the telephone. Nowadays, I don't know what you do. No one has a telephone anymore. Nobody has a landline anymore, so I guess you just send people tear face emojis, like crying emojis or something on your cell phone. I don't know. I've been in the same relationship since about cell phones became a thing, and so I don't know how you break up with people now. But I'm sure you don't cry by the telephone. Maybe you like cradle your smartphone, and I don't know. I don't really. I'm gonna stop there. But I get a kick out of that song because it's old now, right? Like, I'm old, I guess, in the sense that I remember crying by the telephone. And I sing that song, and it's like, I wonder how many people hear that lyric and are like, what does that mean? Anyway, this song is called Sunshine. And it sounds like it's going to be happy, but spoiler alert, it's not a happy song. Shocker. I've been looking for a sunshine to chase my blues away. Maybe you could be my bright light and turn this dark night into day. Burn my shadows away one by one, and maybe give me back some innocence. And maybe I will smile when you're done, ridding me of things that I won't miss. Only time will tell if I still need these things I don't want to feel. Sometimes it's easy to believe that your light's the only thing that's real. And could you blame me if I stayed a while and let that darkness fall away? Buried myself in your eyes and made your heart my cozy grave. Told you it wasn't a happy song. Now I'm sad. You know what'll make it better? Playing a louder guitar. Loud guitar, a solution to many of life's problems. So the least fun part of getting this whole video set up was figuring out how to get the sound to be the same, regardless of how I was recording. So being able to switch guitars in the middle of the recording and not have it screw up the sound. That was an adventure, to say the least. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to scoot this back a bit. There we go. For when we get back to real guitar later, non-electric guitar. So I'm going to play this song with a rock and roll guitar. I bet you're watching the video and you thought the amp back there was just for show, but it's not. It's for the super rockin' tone that I've got going on right now. Actually. I could overdrive it, but it's not really appropriate for the song. All right. Everything's ready to go? The song is called The Melody. It is also an old song, but it's a song that I've recreated a little bit for the new album, the Triptych album. It's going to be on one of the 3 discs. They're not really discs. One of the 3 things, collections of songs. We don't really have discs anymore, do we? But yeah, it's an old song. I wrote it in like 2004 or something, 2005, so a long time ago. But revisited it like I did with the Millie suite, and actually the bit that I cannot recreate here because I can't play 4 guitars at the same time, but the bit that's in the middle of the song is one of my favorite parts of the album sessions so far. So it was exciting to go back to the song and not only sort of revisit it and recreate it, but come up with a version that I think is better than the original version. So there, me from 2004, you can suck it. Oh, I'm not in the right key. There we go. Okay, the song is called The Melody. Woke from a dream to the sound of the melody, a mouthful of dust in a house full of cats. Couldn't make out the words, but I knew what they said to me. The warmth of the morning seeped in through the cracks. And oh, how I wish that song was for me. Went out to no one, and that was the beauty. I knew I couldn't touch it, but it still embraced me. And there in the heat and the light I was free. Wrapped up in heartstrings, in webs we were tangled. Was a summer of love and a summer of loss. With the sunrise another night was martyred and mangled, but we kept plunging on, unaware of the cost. I wasn't quite sure what my own life was worth, and I was hoping that you or somebody could tell me. But an ear full of song and a heart full of hurt gave up all the answers my eyes couldn't read. And oh, how I wish that song was for me. But it went out to no one, and that was the beauty. I knew I couldn't touch it, but it still embraced me. And there in the heat and the light I was free. One day I got up and left it for good. And all of the drama and all of the pain, but learning's about what you don't know, so I would go back and do it all over again. And sometimes I miss you, and sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wish that I could just go back to the place, to the spell, to the heat. Warmth of the morning seeping in through the cracks. And oh, how I wish that that song was for me. But it went out to no one, and that was the beauty. I knew I couldn't touch it, but it still embraced me. And there in the heat and the light I was free. I got my heats and my lights mixed up there a little bit. It's a fun song, though. Okay, we're going to switch guitars again. Hang in there for a minute. We're not only going to switch guitars, we're also going to add some reverb, which is awesome. Adding reverb to a song is never a bad decision. Always got to make sure your distortion pedal works. You never know when you're going to need it. So this is not California. This is a song I warned you about. It's the prequel to California. So this is the sad California song. The other song was the happy California song. And you can tell because this one starts in a minor chord and is slow, and the other one starts in a major chord and is fast. I'm very subtle about these things. The song is gonna start by sounding like another song that you might know, but it's not that song. It's my song. I just like to start it this way. On the road for such a long time, and it's no longer a friend of mine. The sky is clear and the stars are bright, but this ride's down to one headlight. Wherever I am, I know it's not California. I Guess the plan has fallen through. And even if I can still get out to California, I know I'd be going without you, without you. All of our things, they're all packed up in the trunk. I'm living the dream and I'm driving like I'm drunk. Doesn't seem like home though, and I don't know if it will. Till San Francisco's sun is shining on my windowsill, 'cause wherever I am, I know it's not California. Guess the plan has fallen through. And even if I can still get out to California, I know I'd be going without you, without you. And all of our dreams, they have come and gone away. You know, if I could find a way to stay, I'd stay, but I think we both know this trip ended on the day we didn't get to California. 'Cause wherever I am, I know it's not California. I guess the plan has fallen through. And even if I can still get out to California, I know I'd be going without you, without you. Without you, without you, without you, This next one's a fun one. Looking forward to this. We're going to go back to the acoustic guitar briefly, and I'm going to get this contraption off of my head. At least for a short while. Whew. I moved this up already, didn't I? After the finger pick song? I think I did. Yeah, looks like I did. Check, check, check. Okay, you guys will know this song. It's not my song. I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning came around. No, I set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. And into the devil, babe, and he loaned me 20 bills. Spent the night in Utah in a cave up in them hills. Oh, I said I'd run, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, well, I just might get some sleep tonight. Ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and vanished in the air. Oh, I said I'd run, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, well, I just might get some sleep tonight. Hey Molly, I see you there, you're standing on the porch, soaking up the rain. I see you smiling, I can't help myself, and then I'm falling down again. All this time I've been waiting for you, singing to myself, just a little bit off key. These dark clouds, they don't seem so dark, and I'll take a piece of you if you want a piece of me. 'Cause it never made much sense to me to carry on this way, to tie yourself to a sinking ship and just roll on down to your grave. Hey Molly, I sing. Hey Molly, let's blow this town. We'll buy an old sedan, head out on the road, drive till we get to the horizon and follow that rainbow. to a pot of gold. The future's like a cliff that we're on the edge of now. So reach out and take my hand. I'm just as scared as you, but if we jump together, who knows where we might land? And it never made much sense to me to carry on this way, to tie yourself to a sinking ship and just roll on down to your grave. I'm gonna play a bridge, and all the words are fake. Na 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 ya pa 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 na 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 na. Hey Molly, the sun is rising on a bunch of dreams I never knew I had. Dancing down the boardwalk, we're kicking up the surf and the ocean. She probably thinks we're mad. All my life I thought I was lucky only to be loved once in a great while. Yeah, but Molly, now that I got you, well, it's a love I don't deserve, but I'll take it with a smile, 'cause it never made much sense to me to carry on this way, to tie yourself to a sinking ship and just roll on down to your grave. Got two reasons why I cry away each lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. The second one is Prison Babe, the sheriff's on my tail. And if he catches up with me, I'll spend my life in jail. Got a wife in Chino, babe, and one in Cherokee. First one says she got my child, but it don't look like me. No, I set out running, but I'm taking my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, well, I just might get some sleep tonight. I just might get some sleep tonight. I just might get some sleep tonight. Almost forgot to finish Friend of the Devil there. Not quite, but almost. All right. I'm going to play a... Yeah, I'm actually going to play two. I'm going to play two legitimately new songs now of mine. These aren't old but new on the album, but they're new. In that I wrote them during the last sort of writing session, and they're new songs for Triptych. So, first one requires another guitar change. This one's another sad song. It's called Please Don't Let Me Go. And it should be over here. There we go. So I can see it. Please don't let me go. You're my heart, you know. A child without a name, a ghost without a grave. Where is my home without you? Please don't let me go. I've filled my heart with snow. The stars without the light are left without a right. A chorus without a verse, a whole life lived in reverse. I have no home without you. And all these years I hid my tears, afraid to let my feelings show. Now I fear that the end is near, and we'll go our separate ways, and you'll never know. Please don't let me go. Please don't let me go. Do another new one now. Different guitar again, but new song. Actually, leave this plugged in. We can come back to this guy here shortly. And it's time once again to don the infernal contraption. So I'll do that as well. Ooh, so little room to maneuver in here. I was afraid I'm going to slam into something. Which is generally okay when you're not on video that's going on YouTube. But not something I necessarily want to do right now, like an hour into this video. to the point. Let's roll another joint. That's not the song I'm going to play. That's a much better song than the song I'm about to play. You don't know how it feels. Yeah, you don't know how it feels. This is a brand new song. I said it like that. It's a brand new song. It's a song about Montana. It's called Montana. So I'm a creative person. First time that I met you, I was following my love past the old mines and the ranch lands while the eagles wheeled above. We were looking for a place nobody knew, somewhere that was off the map, somewhere that was true. We spent 3 days out in a cabin in the woods. We got to know each other and ourselves in a place that had no shoulds. I drew a heart round our initials in the dirt as she reached out for the sunlight in a pink Ohio shirt. Oh, Montana, where I get high on elevation, where the sky's the size of my imagination. Oh, Montana, where I learned to roam. Oh, my home away from home. I came back once I had learned to mountaineer, drove through Missoula, then through Hamilton, and then I disappeared. Neil and I met up under a wildfire sky, then we walked into the bitter roots and left the world behind. 2 days of climbing and we'd summited the peak, but on the way back down the sunset things were looking pretty bleak. We followed cairns with flashlights till the night turned into day, and when the valley filled with sunlight I knew that we'd be okay. Oh, Montana, where I get high on elevation, where the sky's the size of my imagination. Oh, Montana, where I learned to roam. Oh, my home away from home. We came back to the cabin when the winter with its snows had turned all the trees to statues and had buried all the roads. So we ditched the cars and then we loaded up the sleds, hiked on through an icy wonderland while the dogs ran up ahead. Till in the fading of the day we saw a light, a silhouette that seemed familiar, sheltered from the coming night. And as the wind and snow blew in throughout the week, the fire and the laughter kept us warm, a happy family. Oh, Montana, where I get high on elevation, and where the sky's the size of my imagination. Oh, Montana, where I learned to roam. Oh, my home away from home. Montana. I'm going to switch guitars for the 10,000th time here. That's not the one I want. This one. This is right. No, that's not right. You think I would know how this works by now. But there's just so many different harmonicas. There's like a third or quarter of the alphabet's worth of keys to choose from. You don't want to choose the wrong one. Because then you'll sound like a lunatic. And you don't want that. Adjusting the sound one last time. Actually, do not need that. Pretty excited. I'm actually going to Montana in about a week or so. I think there will be snow, and there'll be dogs, and pretty much all the things that I just sung that song about will be there. Except for wildfires. This is the 2-month period of the year where there's too much snow for things to be on fire, luckily, in that area. Okay. I'm going to do one more cover. This is a cover song by Josh Ritter. He's one of my favorite singers and songwriters. And it just seemed like a good place in the set to do a cover, because this is a song that has been a big influence on me in general. And I think there's actually a version of it on the website that I played a long time ago, or that I recorded a long time ago. I'm not sure though. Alright, this is a Josh Ritter song. It's called Monster Ballads. Radio waves are coming miles and miles, bringing only empty bowls. Whatever feeling they had when they sailed somehow slipped out between the notes. Out on the desert now, and I'm feeling lost. Bonnet wears a wire albatross. Monster ballads and the stations of the cross. Sighing just a little bit. Sighing just a little bit. And I was thinking about what Katie done. Thinking about what Katie did. Fairest daughter of the Pharaoh's son, dressed in gold 'neath pyramids. Out on the desert now, and I'm feeling lost. Bonnet wears a wire albatross. Monster ballads and the stations of the cross. Sighing just a little bit. Sighing just a little bit. Ones and zeros bleeding mesa noise. When you're empty, there's so much space for them turn it off, but then a still small voice comes in blazing from some vast horizon. I was thinking about my river days. I was thinking about me and Jim, passing Cairo on a getaway, with every steamboat like a hymn. Out on the desert now and I'm feeling lost. Bonnet wears a wire albatross, monster ballads and the Stations of the Cross, sighing just a little bit, smiling just a little bit. It's the last we'll see of Big Bertha tonight, so say goodbye. Tonight. Today. I still see the sun. It's still today for another hour or so. We only get about 7 hours of daylight these days, so you gotta enjoy it while you can. One more song. Yeah, that's right. Coming back. Just making sure I have the right harmonica. Okay. I'm going to play one more medium new song here before I wrap up. So this is the closing song from Asphalt Ghosts, the last song on that album. It's a 6-song album, so how things have changed recently. The last album I released and put on the website was a 6-song album, and this one's like a 46-song album, so not a bad problem to have, though. Have too many songs instead of not enough. Excuse me. Anyway, I really like this song. It's weird, but I really like it because it's weird. Excuse me. A little bit of a cough and a weird throat today, but today was the day to come in here and do this, so hopefully my voice sounds okay. Anyway, Generals, it's from Asphalt Ghost. You can go listen to the real version. There's some piano and some feedback and some fun stuff. I was trying to do sort of a Wilco kind of thing with it. But it's a song that I wrote based on some poetry somebody had written in crayon on a disposable placemat that I found at a pizza place. So that's where I started with the lyrics, and they just got stranger from there. But it's a really fun song for me to play, so I'm gonna play it to wrap it up here. mostly flew with generals to mitigate his size. They crested on the winds aloft while he pencil sharpened lies. The world below bathed clean the light that had caressed it from above. And he mostly flew with generals, that flight of aging doves, not by sick ones, bats started to clamber to the sky. Their hooking flight disarming me just as I'd arrived. Captain wore a wooden leg to wrestle with the sea. The sea of stars, his safety net, what she'd like to have him be. And up there in the darkling dark, his telescope imbibed. The captain wore a wooden leg and had stardust in his eyes. The snowflakes pale imitations, yet you laugh as they descend. Crooked smile disarming me, my wits stretched to their end. Nights of spruce and alder, they rode against the dragon's breath, and they faced its fire to free her, though they hadn't even met her yet. She was their rose upon their pedestal, their scarlet sacrifice. The nights of spruce and alder would die for her love twice. I died just once and yet I lost more than they had to hide. Those winter arms disarming me, you rolled me like the tide. right. That was Generals. Now, if this were a real show, not a video, this would be the part of the show where I disappear for a minute and pretend that I'm not going to come back. And you clap, and then I come back. And I'm like, I have more songs. Oh, you bet you didn't expect that. But since this is just a video, I'm not going to do that. If you want to clap in the privacy of your own home, that's up to you. But if you want to be technical, this is the encore song. And I'm going to continue playing this old beater for this last song too. This guitar is almost as old as... Actually, it is. It's as old as the oldest songs you heard today. Got it? Probably... Oh, God. Probably 17, 18 years old. So most of the guitars I played today I've been lucky enough to get in the last 2 years, and so they're pretty new. And this guy has been around longer than a lot of people I know, actually, that are alive. Longer than people have been alive. Longer than many people have lived. This guitar has been around. So that got kind of dark. Anyway, it's a great guitar. And I couldn't play the whole set without at least including it briefly. None of these songs and none of the playing or any of the things that I've done with music would exist were it not for this guitar. I mean, maybe I would have just bought a different guitar and it would have worked out slightly differently, but maybe I would have bought a different guitar and the world would have exploded. I mean... It's like that whole butterfly flaps its wings in China thing, right? So let's all just be glad that I bought this guitar, because I certainly am. This last song is not a song of mine, but it's a song I used to use as an encore song a lot when I played live shows more frequently than I do now, which is not at all. It's a Bob Dylan song, but it's also a song that's been performed by pretty much everybody on Earth at some point, including me. My version's certainly not the best, but it's a fun way to sort of end the set. So hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're still watching, thank you for your endurance and patience and resilience, especially during the parts where I talk and don't play songs and say stupid things. I'm going to stop doing that now, though, because this is the last song. So thanks for tuning in. There will be more of this if you're a glutton for punishment. There'll be more of this. In the future. I want to do one more set before I start recording the album again, start working on the second half of the album. So that'll probably be out hopefully in the next month or two, maybe, fingers crossed. There'll be more new songs on that set than on this set. So more new album songs, and then I'll record the rest of the album, and then once it's finished, I'll come back and either do one or two more video sets with sort of the second half of the album songs. So kind of playing the songs for you that I've been focusing on recording lately, because they're already in here. This would have been a lot messier than it even was if I tried to play the songs that I have written and have not recorded yet, because I don't know them that well yet. Anyway, thanks for listening. Everybody's building big ships and boats. Some are building monuments while others are jotting down notes. Everybody's in despair, every girl and boy. When Quinn the Eskimo gets here, everybody's gonna jump for joy. Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Now I do just like the rest, I like my sugar sweet. Garden fumes and making haste just ain't my cup of meat. Everybody's just standing round feeding pigeons on a limb. When Quinn the Eskimo gets here, all them pigeons gonna run to him. Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Dogs bark, a cat's meow, I can't recite them all. Just tell me where it hurts and I'll tell you who to call. Nobody can get no sleep, there's someone on everyone's toes. When Quinn the Eskimo gets here, everybody's gonna want a dose. Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on without, come on within. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. You've not seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Thanks.